Okay, this is going to be Psalm 18, and you're going to see the first writer's format in Psalms when I'm done. Now this is going to be very long because it is part one, and I have already done a lot of the work, so you're going to see me looking away from the screen a lot, but I want to catch you up to where I'm at, and when I get to the end of this script here, I'll be done. It's going to take probably about 45 minutes to get to this. Got a lot of verses, so what we need to do is let me see, where am I at here? Yes, I think that's where I'm at. Oops, let's see. Okay, the lights are on, very good. And here's the text. Whoops. The text starts off here, and you can see the red text or the blue text, how many times they use the word or the title God. And in this one, we're going to have a new word here. And we'll try to figure out what that word really truly is. Is it Lord? Is it greater? Is it God? Depends. Okay. I love you with my strength. I love you, YV, with my strength. YV is my rock and fortress, and my and my deliverer. My L is my rock, in whom I take refuge. My shield and my horn. My shield and the horn of my salvation. My stronghold, I call upon YV, who is worthy to be praised, and I am saved from my enemy. The cords of death encompass me. I'm just kind of mumbling to myself, but you can see what I'm doing, so you can see that I'm just cutting up the text here and going, because pretty soon we're going to get into some words that aren't going to make any sense. So snares of death confront me. I am distressed. When I am distressed, I call upon YV and cried to my Creator for help. He heard my voice out of his temple. Well, we know that's not right. But what this does is it does date this psalm. So just to let you know that this has to be after when Solomon has built the house. So David has passed away, and I think we got a 3 verse there. I cry to come before him for help. Before him came to his ears, came into his ears. Then the earth shook and quaked, and the foundation of the mountains were trembling. When shaken because he was angry. Now that's not really the only time I can think of right now off the top of my head when the earth shook was when Saul was gathering the men to go fight the Philistines, or They were by a garrison, but they were they were away from it, not close enough to do battle. Jonathan, his son, and his bearer of his shield and weapons or whatever, those two went over and they challenged those Philistines to come out and fight them, and they were in a garrison. Okay, now a garrison was a place where they built as this is the outpost of where our land is, and nobody's to come any farther. So it has weapons and men there to be like security, or troops as a security. So when the earth shook and quaked, because when they started fighting, they started killing them, then it was Saul turned around and asked him who was missing. And then he knew that the earth was quaking was for them. But at any other time, did this happen? No, it did not happen at all. So this is really untruthful, okay? That just doesn't happen here, because he was angry. No. Oh, wait a minute here. Now we got smoke come up out of his nostrils. Does our Creator have no smoke coming out? It says so, so every word in the Bible is true, isn't it? Idiots. Make our Creator look stupid, and fire from his mouth. And this is just stupidity. He bows to the heavens also, and came down with a thick darkness under his feet. No, that's not at any time did he do that in front of them. I mean, if you've ever actually read and memorized the text, or not memorized, but understood all the stories, there is no time that our Creator came down from the heavens with a thick darkness under his feet. He spoke from a cloud when they left the Sinai, or were in the Sinai. They left Egypt. He was a pillar of fire at night and a cloud to guide them during the day. I know he spoke to Jesus from a cloud, but other than that, there's nothing in the text that says he done this. He rode on a cherub. What's he doing riding on a cherub? That's just sped on the wings. He doesn't need the wind to speed upon. Made darkness his hiding place. He made darkness his hiding place. His canopy around him. This has to be like the darkness of deep waters. Like clouds of smoke. Oh. Well, maybe that goes with the next one here. From the brightness from before him. Past his thick cloud. No, this is not good either. That we don't need added. The clouds in skies is not the Hebrew. That's nowadays speak. If you want to know where heaven is located, check the video out below. there's only one Bible that actually let us know where heaven is located. The others have taken it out, and I've gone over pretty much 29 Bibles in there showing you how they have deceived us. The clouds, Lord, I don't know here. Maybe that does belong. It's hard to say. The hailstones, no. YHVH also thunders in the heavens, nope. That sure is like a pagan belief that there's God of thunder there. Yeah, this is not good here either. Scattered them. He sent out his arrows and scattered them like lightning. He sent out his arrows and scattered them like lightning. Flashes in abundance and routed them. Okay, I can see that these, let's see here. And then this goes up here, right? And if that's a 4 verse, and we got quite a few 4 verses here. Whom I take refuge. My shield is He is my shield and horn for my salvation. My stronghold I call upon YHVH, who is worthy to be praised. I am saved from my enemies. The cords of death encompass me, and the torrents of the ungodly terrify me. The cords of Sheol surround me. The snares of death confront me. In my distress I called upon YHVH. I cried to my Creator for help, and he heard me He heard my voice from his house, and my cry for help, came to his ears. But it's already he heard, so these don't need to be added. I would say because he's heard, I cried for help, he heard. Here it is. See, that's just a double of text. But you can see the 4 verse just jumping out right now. 4 verse here, so these 4 verses are working. Flashes in abundance and routed them. Then channels of water appeared. The foundation earth were laid bare at your revolt. YHVH, at the blast of your breath from your nostrils, that he sent from on high and took me and drew me out of many waters. Sent from high, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. I'm not seeing that. He delivered me. He delivered me from my strong enemy and from those who hate me. From those who hated me. Those who hate me, for they were too mighty for me. They confronted me in the day. They confronted me in the day of my, yeah, I don't like that word. But YV was my stay. He brought me forth into a broad place. He rescued me because he delights. And he delights in me. Because he delights in me. I don't think that's the right word, but I'm trying to get the format right now. He brought me in. Yeah, this word doesn't need to be there. He brought me, he rescued me. They confronted me. For they were too mighty for me, but he was my stay. He brought me into a broad place. I'm not sure about that. But this doesn't seem to add any text. He has rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to my cleanness of my hands. He has recompensed me. He has redeemed them. For I have kept the ways of YV and have not wickedly departed from our Creator. For all his ordinances, for all his words, all his words. That sounds a lot better. All his words, for all his words were before me. Now, it doesn't read right. And I did not put away his statutes from me. I did not turn from his statutes. Anyways, I was blameless with him, and I kept myself from my iniquity. Therefore wise has come encompassed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands and my eyes. With the kind you show yourself kind. With the kind you show yourself kind. With the blameless you show yourself blameless. That's kind of hard to swallow. With the pure you show yourself pure. With the crooked you show yourself astute. I don't like the word astute. With the pure you show yourself pure. Well, those two seem to be wrote by the same writer. You can tell that handwriting there is a style for that person. I don't see it above and I don't see it below. This is going to be added text, I can tell you right now, because you can't just come up with a different style of a format. One writer, it's something unique when you see these, okay? You can tell when these belong or don't belong just by the style of the way the person writes. I forgot to get rid of the do here. You save afflicted people, but haughty eyes you abase. For you are like the light of my lamp. YV. My Creator illuminates my darkness. For by you I can run upon a troop, and by my Creator I can leap over a wall. Well, as for L, his way is blameless. The words from YV is tried. I don't know if you'd try our Creator's words. That word doesn't sound right. He is a shield to all who take refuge in him. He is a shield. And there's that style of writing up here. He is a shield for L. His way is blameless. The words from YV is tried. I don't like disconnecting that one yet. For who is our Lord but YV? Who is our Lord? Boy, that just came out of my mouth like it was. For who is our Lord but YV? And who is a rock? This would be not who, what God is like a rock except our Creator. L, who girds me? L, who girds me with strength and makes my way blameless. See how all of a sudden the text doesn't have that short, and it doesn't, it's just a different style here. He makes my feet like hinds feet and sets me upon high places. No, this high places, when you realize what high places are when the other text is there, this is where they would be praying and pouring out oils and making promises and making oaths to other gods. This is what high places actually means. When you see that text, this is like a big warning to me that this is not true. Even though it looks like it wants to hook together, he sets me upon high. He makes my feet like hinds feet. But wait a second, up here he runs fast as upon a troop. needs to be yellow. Got to look at that a little later. He trains my hands for battle so that my arms can bend a bow. Bronze. Bronze shatters. Their bronze at that time was not as strong as it is today. So, let me go on here. You have also given me the shield of your salvation, and your right hand upholds me, and your gentleness makes me great. I don't know about that. You enlarge my steps under me, and my feet have not slipped. I pursued my enemies and overtook them, and did not turn back until they were consumed, until they were dead. Consumed? Boy, I tell you, I can just see David saying, "Yeah, we just consumed a bunch of them, didn't we?" Oh, I shattered them. I killed them. I killed them. So they were not able to rise. They fell under my feet. For you have girded me with strength for battle. You have made my enemies turn their. You have made my enemies turn their backs to me, and I have destroyed those who hated me. They cried for help, but there was none to save them. Save them. Even to you, YV, but you. Boy, I'll tell you, for somebody that is trying to use the word he here in this verse, just doesn't understand what's going on here. Even to you, but he did not answer them. Even to you, YV, but you did not. He's talking to our Creator, right? How's it start out? Well, he's called to minimize distress. Guess he's doing a summary here. I guess maybe he could work. Then if that's, but he did not answer them. Then I beat them fine as dust. No, this has already been done. Before the wind, I emptied them out. As near as shit. Shit in the streets. I think this is the only time in the Bible that this is used, and when you look it up, that's all that's used, I think, once for shit. But you have, see, he's talking to him one time, and then he's referring to him as he's not. Yeah, you, yeah. I'm going to put you back up in here. I think that would have happened if I would have went and read it again. Beat them as fine as dust before the wind I emptied them out. I should, we've already killed them. We already killed them. Because they turned their back. I made my enemies turn their back to me, and I destroyed those who hated me. They cried out to you to me. Doesn't need to re-say that. That's already pretty much been said, and it really doesn't add to the story or the text. Deliver me from the contentions of the people. Some people. You have placed me as the head of nations. A people whom I have not known serve me. Now this could definitely be from David, because he did take on a couple nations. Depends on the rest of it, but I don't like the word contentions of people. You have placed me as the head of the nations. Because at one time, let me quickly go, whoops. Okay, let me see, where am I? Here. I want this. Yeah, it's blacked out. Yes, I know that, but don't worry about that. I'm gonna try to get a map to show you that here's the promised land, okay? Now David had conquered a lot more land. Yes, here. See that? See how the map, like right here? Notice this here? The text actually shows that they took this land too. When David cleaned out the Philistines that were there, they got chased down here, okay? And I can't remember, Amaleks were in here? Amaleks, Saul took care, but he didn't kill them all, and then David had to come back and clean them out later. Okay, and Edom over here is a kingdom that had brought down Aram or whatever. Aram is the name of the location, but it might be Armenians came down. So yes, there is a few kingdoms that David took on, and I just wanted to make sure that you knew that, and I knew that. So made head of nations, and then what David did was started collecting the bronze and silver and gold to make the utensils for our Creator's house. Remember, the bronze are the two pillars out of the house. David didn't build the house, Solomon did, but he gathered the material. So yeah, this could be David. Yes, this does sound like David's words here. As soon as they hear my command, they obey. They obey me. Foreigners submit to me. That would be those that are traveling through his land. You got to understand that, let me pull this, let me see, where's a good one? Yep, okay. You got to understand that this here is a desert, okay, over here. This becomes the Saudi Arabia, or no, that's down here. There's a desert over here, okay. It gets very hot, but that's why the land is cut right here, and how they divided it, because nobody was out here, okay. But to go to Egypt, the ancient path was that they had to go through here. You're seeking water. You wouldn't go through the desert without water, and you needed fresh water and dependent of fresh water. So here, water was plentiful the whole time. And when you understand that, see how the river is here and here, this black line, even though it's dividing the tribe's land up, this would have been the main highway. When you read the word highway, this is what they're talking about, is this line of the road that ancient used since Noah's day, okay, that they had to travel from here right straight down through here and then get to Egypt through here. And this would have been their last places where they get to pick up fresh water, okay. So just thought you should know that. That's foreigners submit to me, foreigners fade away and come trembling out of their fortresses. That's possible, but they might have been garrisons, not fortresses, because like I said, these outposts were garrisons. Fortress would have been like as if you tried to, like Jericho, where they would have built up surrounding the city and keeping it. Actually, Jericho was the capital for Canaan at that time, and that's why that was so secured. It was a fortress. But how many other fortresses were like that? Capital cities, I would say, where the king lived, they did this. But I'm not sure you would call them foreigners. Kings faded away and came out trembling from their fortresses. Just to let you know, fortresses would have been tied to kings, is what I was getting at, and not just like an outpost garrison, and tried to show you the difference between the words. That's why I was saying it could be garrisons, but then foreigners, that would have, you know, if I'm changing it to garrisons, the word foreigners would have to be soldiers. Why have you lived and blessed? Why have you lived and blessed be my rock? Well, you can't bless our Creator. So those words are absolutely not true. So I am like a rock. I am like and I wouldn't say rock. Something, I'm like a mountain I couldn't move, you know. I'm trying to think of, I am like a rock and exalted. The Creator of my salvation, because our Creator is my salvation, is reached more correct here. I am like a rock and exalted. For our Creator. For our Creator, let's make it first person. Get rid of that. Okay, 40 minutes. I knew it was getting close. Well, it's getting close to the end here. Now who exits for me and subdues people under me, but they already are up there, so that's a double. He delivers me from my enemies. Surely you lift me above those. Surely you lift me above those who rise up against me. You do. You rescue me from violent men. And they're using the word man wrong here. Violent men. The secular use of the word man. Therefore, I give thanks to you among these nations. I'm going to just add it here. Among these nations. Whoops. Among these nations. Therefore, I give thanks to you among these nations. And I sing, because this doesn't read right here, I sing praises to your name. That might be able to be divided up. He gives great deliverance to his king, or kings. And shows his whoops, where am I at? So many macros here. You'd think I've done this long enough I'd know exactly what I want when I want it. He shows his love kindness to, he showed to David. See, all of a sudden it's not David and his descendants forever. Okay, now that was just getting going here. But to go over this, you can see that I need to clean it up, and it's a long one, so I'm going to take a break and make this part 2. And if part 2 ends up being longer, well, I guess because I can clean, let me just see if I can just read through and see if I can find I love you, I love you, I love you, YV, my strength. I love YV, I love YV, who is my strength. Who is my strength. I love YV, who is my strength. YV is my rock and fortress. 1, 2, 3, 4, and my deliverer. YV is my rock. And my fortress, and like a fortress, he is my deliverer. And like, because this is talking about the king being, it's just telling you about the difference between a fortress and a garrison. And like, let's say, like a fortress, he is don't know now if I made it to be divided. Is my rock, like a forest he delivers. All of a sudden I don't need the word rock, I need the word forest up here. YV is like a fortress, for he is my deliverer. And a fortress would keep you safe, so that would be a good security. I love YV, who is my strength. YV is like a fortress, for he is my deliverer, in whom I take refuge, which would be in the fortress, my shield and horn of my salvation. I take refuge, my shield of my salvation, my stronghold, in my stronghold. Whoops. In my stronghold, I call upon YV, who is worthy, to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. Maybe I divided these up too much. Trying to make them too short because I'm trying to find that guy's format, that one that was real short and then short and long. Because you can see here, in whom I take refuge. See, if I did that, if I take in whom I take refuge, he is my salvation and my stronghold. Then this would go like this. In whom I take refuge, my shield, and my salvation. In whom I take refuge for my salvation and my stronghold. No, something's wrong there, but I got to figure that out later. The cords of death encompass me, the torrents of the godless terrify me. See, there we find the rhythm of this, and the torrents of the godless terrify me. Okay, now we're getting back to the cords of death encompass me, and the torrents of the cords of shield. Cords of shield. Now it's almost like it's working in reverse. The cords of shield surround me. Now I got the short words here. And the snares of the... what do you think of that? Do you think that guy then changed his mind and did it differently? Or the chords? Or is his intent like this? The snares of death confront me. Okay. The cords of death encompass me. In my distress, I call on. I cried too. See, all of a sudden, this doesn't match here. He heard my voice. from his house. I cried. I cried or I called out. I think it's going to be called out. I'll do it like that. I called out, not cried, but I called out to my Creator for help. He heard my voice from his house. Now the only thing is we have to figure out well, this here is, let's get rid of that, and we got 4, 4, 4, and this is the crappy stuff. Smoke comes out our Creator's nostrils. Fire comes out of his mouth like coals. And then he rides on a cherub, and flew upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his hiding place, his canopy around him like darkness of deep waters. His clouds in the heavens from the brightness from before him. Not the heaven, in heaven, the clouds in heaven from the brightness from before him. Whoa, wait a second. No. You have to understand who Ra is. Ra is the Egyptian sun god, okay? So his thick clouds in heaven from the brightness before him. This is almost describing a pagan god here, and we ain't having none of that. Thick clouds in heaven, but from the brightness before him, he sends out his arrows and scatters them like lightning. I don't think any of that belongs. I don't think that 4-verse group needs to exist at all. I'm trying to think of okay. I don't know. I'll look at it later. I'm just checking back and forth of how I done it before. It looks pretty good here. And then I put the word "and" here before, so it still sounds like it should be there. Kept little commands. Commands from commands. I have kept the commands, or I kept my word. For I have kept the words from YV, kept the commands from YV, and have not wickedly, and have not departed. I have not. Okay. I did this with this one. I have not wickedly. I have not acted I have not. I don't know, I'm thinking I have not departed. I have not departed from my creator. Okay, I see what I did here to divide that. I needed the word to here, and now I'm starting to get to that hour. I have not acted wickedly. To depart from my creator. For all his word. I use the words there too. Words there were are before me. And I did not put away statutes from me. I am blameless. I am blameless, not with him, before him. Are you blameless before him? Are you trying to obey our creator? I guess I'm going to put am blameless before him and kept myself from inequity. And that's a 4 verse. And then we're going to have these. This needs to be taken out then. Let's see. Okay. I did a lot of changing where writing through here. You are like a light. You are like a light. From a lamp. And then, why be my creator? You save the afflicted people, but haughty eyes you abase. For you are like a light from a lamp. YHVH'S. As my creator, you brighten my dark. I have to take a look at that later. That one is yellow. Yeah, I had a problem with this one here before. And by you I can run upon a troop. I'm my creator. For by you I can run upon a troop. By my creator I can leap over a wall. For L, his ways are blameless. The words from YHVH are tried. He is a shield to all who take. He is a shield to all who take refuge in him. Let's see. The L. The L who girds me. The L who girds me with strengths makes my way blameless. Right? That looks good. I mean, I'm getting that short little verses going here. I mean, they're working. He makes I just don't like this at all because high places, hinds feet. No, I don't like that. He can already run upon a troop. So that would be a double. And we know that, yeah, this is out. That's just out. He trains my hands for battle so that my arms can bend a bow of bronze. You have also given me the shield of your... See, all of a sudden, this is starting to get to be a second. You have also... How far do I have to go here? Yeah, I'm trying to get through it because I can see I'm past an hour already. You have given me the shield of your salvation. Your right hand upholds me. Your gentleness makes me great. Your gentleness makes me great. Your right hand upholds me. You have given me a shield of your salvation. Your right hand upholds me. Your gentleness makes me, maybe, yeah, that's too long of a sentence, or too, it's not connecting with short words. You enlarge my steps under me. My feet have not slipped. I pursued my enemies. I pursued my enemies and overtook them. I did not turn back until they were dead. I killed them so that they were not able to rise. Killed them so they were not able to rise up against me. So I'm trying to think here. I killed them and I killed them and they were not. I killed them so, I guess I killed them so they I'm gonna have to work on that one. They fell under my feet. You have girded me with strength for battle. You have subdued me under. You have subdued those under me, those who rise up against me. You have made me my enemy, turned their backs to me. And I destroyed those, and I destroyed those who hated me. They cried for help, but there was none to save them, even to YV, but you did not answer them. You have delivered me from the contention of people. You have placed me as head of the nation. People whom two peoples on two peoples. Different nations would be peoples. Different kingdoms, I guess. Different races. Two peoples whom I have not know. Two peoples who now serve me. I think that's the way I would put it, and if I'm going to make it short. As soon as they hear my command, they obey me. I'm going to have to look at that a little bit more. L, excuse me, the L executes vengeance for me, and subdued. I'm going to put a D in here. Peoples of subdued peoples under me. He delivers me. He delivers me. I'm cutting short sentences from my enemies. Surely you lift me above those who rise up against me. Rescue me from violent men. Therefore I give thanks to you among these nations, and I will sing praises to your name. He gives great deliverance. See, that's almost, it shows of kindness to his anointed David. And his descendants forever. Okay, I'm going to call that part one, and I'm going to see if I can finish it. I got to start using my left hand here. Been at it all day, and it's starting to get cramped up. But other than that, there's a lot more work to be done here, and